there are two sides to it, really. From one side, I was an undergraduate myself when ESI was first started. So I have particular soft spot for people who have no prior experience in the field. But that said, you also have to balance that with the senior staff that has experience. So in terms of the either fresh graduates or people who are still in school, what I like to see is, of course, having some hands-on skills is important. Ultimately, we're building hardware, so if you know how to put two things together and solve a problem, that's a particularly helpful thing in the entire project. I would say passion is important, but it's not everything. What I like to do, but it's not exactly a prerequisite, I like to quiz our prospective candidates about history of spaceflight or what's going on in the market right now. I think that's a very clear way to tell who's really interested and who's just trying their luck. So even if someone does not necessarily have plenty of experience, if you see that true interest in the industry, you know that they will commit to rising up to the challenge. So I think that's a very important point to look out for in prospective team members.
Right. I love that. Yeah. So passion is one thing. I really want to be in space. Wow. Well, that's great. And what have you done to translate that into reality here, right? About learning how to fit in.
And yeah, exactly. And it doesn't cost anything to stay in touch with the industry, to know which companies are currently active, what's going on, what different angles different launch service providers have, and how generally the whole thing works. So I think it's a very fair deal. Ultimately everyone starts from somewhere, and us being a new company, we are more than happy to have fresh graduates on board. But are they the right fit? That's a different story, and that's a very good way to tell.
Okay. Your firm has qualified for something called the Deeptech Startups Top 500, and it's a worldwide competition in that. Tell us about that and what opportunities it brings.
Well, so we got some accolades in the last 2 years, which is extremely comforting from the business development perspective. I think especially in our position when you have no prior heritage in your country, to get an accolade such as this from Hello Tomorrow 2018 challenge, it really serves as a great validation and as a great booster to the credibility. It shows that you're not just a wannabe, but at least you're a qualified wannabe. So it definitely helps you with the early stage fundraising. It shows your prospective clients that, of course, you may not be ready for contracts yet, but at least you're up and coming. So they'll keep you on the radar. And that's pretty much exactly what happened to us when we got accolades such as the top 500 Deeptech Startups from Hello Tomorrow. So we are very grateful for the chance. It definitely helps you with further progression in developing the whole company. So that's definitely an important thing. But that said, you cannot rest on your laurels. If you get a validation of that sort, that's great. But you still have plenty more work to do ahead of you. So it's important not to to appreciate the kind of opportunities you get, but never take it as a sign of a victory. It's not there yet.
More engineers are not going to solve your problem. It's not a technical problem in that sense. It's a process problem. And the time to fix your processes was 20 months ago. And the second best time is today. This is Jason Kanigan, the president of Cold Star Technologies and the host of this podcast, the Cold Star Project, which is all about identifying and solving process problems for space companies, because that's what we do. And you can hear the entirety of this episode by following the link in the comment below.